What's good? What's good? We is turned over here with the Pepsi. God damn it! How y'all doing today? Oh shit! So today's video is gonna be kind of short, but I'm gonna give y'all a lot of esoteric knowledge that can really help y'all out with your necromancy. For my legit practitioners that are out there watching this, thank y'all for taking out the time out of your 86,400 seconds you're gifted every day to watch this video. I appreciate it. Your support is very valued. Real shit. Today, we're going to talk about spiders. And we're going to also talk about some other stuff. Here's the thing with spiders. For us necromancers, okay, actually, there's two different sets of practitioners here. You have those who fuck with black magic, demonic magic, infernal shit, maybe some celestial stuff, Norse magic or whatever, that they gotta deal with parasites. We all gotta deal with parasites at one point in time. They're an annoyance. They are the bane of our fucking magical existence. There's even some idiotic practitioners out there that only work with parasites, and I speak from personal experience of encountering one of these motherfuckers. They're a nuisance to the fucking community, and they need to be killed with fire. But you got that set of practitioners on the one hand. On the other hand, you got us necromancers, and although we have to deal with parasites, there's a different set of entities that we got to deal with, and that's what we're going to hop into. Death spiders. There are astral creatures that exist that are drawn to and feed off of death essence, whether it's the death essence that a practitioner carries innately, or death essence that's ambient, like in a graveyard, around various charnel houses, corpses, that kind of thing, especially when the person is freshly deceased, or they've been sitting there for an extended period of time without proper burial, without freaking crossing over fully to the other side, that kind of thing. Now, these death spiders are a product of two things. One, astral wildlife. Satan knows what the hell roams out through the astral planes late at night. You feel me? It's not just spirits of the dead and the undead. There's all kinds of shit that's out there that will come to you to feed off of your talismans, your chains, your grimoires that you have, your astral temple, and you, if you let them get that close. And that's just because they're acting in accordance with their nature. Spiders are predatory animals in both the spiritual and in the physical. It is what it is. That's the first cause. The second cause is these astral spiders, or these astral death spiders, are the product of necromantic curses cast your way. Most oftentimes, it's not sent by an actual necromancer, but by a person who has knowledge of necromancy without having actually delved into the current and really doing the fucking work. They might be using some kind of alternate version, let's say void necromancy. It is such a thing as that. Infernal necromancy, there's such a thing as that. They could be using fucking celestial or holy necromancy. You feel me? So it's a variation, but it's not it, if you catch my drift. Now, these spiders, like I said, they feed off of death essence, whether it's what you carry innately or otherwise. So what you will find is that you won't even really feel their bite, so to speak, because they do have a bite. They can take the form of physical spiders, no matter how big or small, or they can just stay in the spiritual realm. But a symptom of their presence is that you'll find that your energy is poisoned. Energy poisoning leads to temporary loss of clairvoyance, clairsentience, psychic ability, and a temporary dying down and drain of the power of your sorcery and your talismans, chains, rings, or what have you, and your grimoires. You'll suddenly find that your sigils that you use normally that work to great effect all of a sudden stop working, or they work to a much lesser degree of efficiency than what they did before. Another thing you'll find is that depending on the degree of energy poisoning you're suffering, you could still have a small degree of clairvoyance, and with that, you'll see what look like large, almost near solid webs around you in the astral. And these webs will radiate a very poisonous, deathly energy. Now here's the difference between a death spider that weaves a web and a regular astral spider that weaves a web. You'll find that the death spider webs, as we're going to term it from now on, they function kind of like a wall, so to speak. You won't see any spiders crawling up on them in the astral. Okay, you may see one or two, but for the most part, it will be devoid of any of those creatures. What you'll find is that your spells are essentially blocked. You ever felt the feeling that your magic is hitting a wall, so to speak, like some invisible blockage that you just can't get rid of? Well, that's what this is. The spells are trapped into the web, which then provides food for the particular death spider. They literally suck off and feed off the life of your magic, so to speak, which then results in what is interpreted by us as failure of the ritual, when in reality it was just intercepted. You feel me? Now once again, this can take on two different reasons. One, if you're not being attacked by anybody. One is just spiders being spiders. They need to eat too. You feel me? The second reason is you're having people, other sorcerers, other necromancers, etc., fuck with you, and this is how their curses, spells, bindings, and all that other bullshit is manifesting to you. Now, what you can do to resolve this, depending on what cleansing rituals you have, all that other kind of thing, is a simple matter of shifting your target from just cleansing yourself of general curses and bullshit to specifically cleansing yourself of energy poisoning, whether it's in your chains, your talismans, your own being, your temple, or otherwise. Do that, and within a short period of time, you'll find that all your tools, all your ritual supplies, your own power and energy begins to heal itself. Begins to heal itself of its own accord. It begins to come back online, so to speak. You'll find yourself getting happier, feeling more powerful, feeling more energetic, physically, mentally, and spiritually, and then you know you solved the problem. With that being said, we're going to jump into the esoteric knowledge and get really in depth with this shit. If you look at a spider in the real world, you'll see that they could be on one end of a fucking tree and the branches all the way on the other end. But what do you see in between? That spider web. Esoterically, that symbolizes the power of the spider animal totem, as well as other forms of spiders, their ability to connect different magical systems in order to link power in a beneficial manner or to cause blockages, to the point to where you try multiple spells for the same thing from various systems and nothing works. Yeah, it can get that fucking deep. And so it's not a matter of having the perception that these spiders are basically omnipotent in a fucking way. It's just that they're very smart. Spiders spiritually symbolize apex predators and apex predator type spirituality. And so you just have to adapt, evolve, and overcome. Or as that meme goes, improvise, adapt, and overcome. You have to meet that same level of apex spirituality that is being presented to you. Death always finds a way. And that's nowhere as true as it is in the necromantic community among us death essence practitioners and whatnot. So, to kind of recap, spiders symbolize the ability to link two or more completely unrelated magical systems in order to link power and develop connections where there previously were none, or to restrict and cause blockages by means of that very web. See, some of you watching this have been looking for the link, so to speak, that's been causing all of your issues. You've been going to this magical system, that magical system, the next magical system, and some other shit over there ain't nobody ever heard of in this plane. And up until this point, you haven't found the cause of the failure. Well, here's the thing. You gotta change your perception. The reason you haven't found the cause of the failure is because the systems in and of themselves are not the cause. The cause is the web that was weaved against you for whatever reason. Once you solve this, you'll find that you'll have success regardless of what magical system you use, as long as, you of course honor the spirits in that system, leave out offerings, go through that whole fucking tirade of rituals and all that other good shit, as long as you stay in resonance, you feel me? So just keep that in mind for your next workings, your next group rituals, all that other kind of shit. To kind of go back to the energy poisoning aspect, the symptoms of energy poisoning even apply in demonic conjuration. If you notice in the occult community, there's a certain group of practitioners, most often noobs, and people who are dabblers and who ain't really serious about their fucking shit, that get more results than the legit practitioners of infernal magic who've been doing this shit for years and years on end, have love for the spirits, etc., but somehow their shit doesn't work. I remember seeing this case of a guy who evoked Bunet from the Goetia to bring him money, and in less than 3 hours he had $5,000. And I saw the case of another magician who evoked Bunet for the same purpose, a serious practitioner. He got nothing. So what's the differentiating element? Is the lack of energy poisoning. Now, is this, because I know what you're thinking, Micah, are you saying that there are energies that can poison even demons and keep them away? Yes. Like, otherwise I wouldn't even be talking about this shit, There are energies that, when interacting with the human aura and the human field, especially in terms of magic, it repels demonic spirits that you work with. It repels all kinds of spirits and keeps them at a fucking walking stick distance away from you. This opens up a whole other different can of worms for us necromancers in both the good and bad, because then it opens up questions. Well, can you use death essence to poison a spirit and raise it back as an undead, whatever it is? Yes, you can. You can do it for both celestials and infernals and other spirits. Now, would I recommend that? Hell no. Not unless something actually comes at you and attacks you. But it can be done. So, now that you got this knowledge, what can you expect? A major cause of failure in demonic rituals and demonic invocation, etc., is energy poisoning. So when you cleanse yourself and you feel your energy start to come back, you start to feel your mind get clearer, your body gets stronger, you start to feel like you can actually summon a demon and have it work for you correctly the way it's supposed to be done, go for it. Try that ritual again and see, mark my words, you will get a different result. It may not be exactly what you want, but it will be damn close. You heard? It's the same thing with celestials if you decide to work with them. There are energies that can poison celestial beings, which motivate them to stay away from you. Because think about it like this. These beings, if your energy is poisoned, they hear you, but in order to fulfill your request, their energy has to interact and entwine with yours for a period of time, which means that there is a risk of them picking up that very same energy poisoning, which can be fatal in some cases to them. It could be fucking Archangel Michael. The principle still applies. You feel me? So, just keep that in mind. Let's see. What else do you need to know? Oh, it's not just astral death spiders you gotta be worried about. There are astral serpents. There's freaking astral death dragons. The possibilities are endless. But you have the underlying principle of it, how to alchemize and work with the venom that is presented to you. The negative venom that nullifies, drains, and cancels out your spells, rituals, and work. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude the video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Hit me up on my email, hit me up on Discord, text me, whatever. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. And please like, share, and subscribe. So have a good day. Stay safe out here. Peace.